Rodger Baker into this conversation. He's the Vice President of Strategic Analysis for Stratfor. Well, we're left with just kind of little scant bits of information trying to piece it all together. But we do know that the dinner, as Jack pointed out, 4 hours long, Kim Jong-un there, his wife, his sister in attendance. What do you read into all of this?
Well, I mean, the reports are saying, at least out of the North Koreans, that they had a satisfactory dinner. The South Koreans haven't had an official statement yet. But this certainly was Kim Jong-un, I think, his way of, for lack of a better word, coming out in the international community, really showcasing himself. Not quite to the extent that we saw, say, in 2000 with the Inter-Korean Summit for Kim Jong-il to really change the way the world saw him, but certainly a step in that direction for this new North Korean leader.
And Kim said that the Winter Olympics actually helped provide a good atmosphere for reconciliation, unity, and inter-Korean dialogue. Is this something that can be built on? Is there a momentum here?
Well, I think there's some momentum here. And again, if you look back at the two previous examples, if you look back at 1994, 93, 94, with the buildup to a near conflict situation, then the agreed framework, then the North Koreans opening up to the South Koreans and to the world briefly. Then, of course, Kim Il-sung died. Then you move on to 1998, 99 after the North Korea's first Taepodong launch. And then they have this big opening up to the world. And I think we're looking at the North Koreans trying for a third run at this, trying to really use this as an opportunity to break out of sort of the sanctions box that the United States is using to constrict the North Koreans. And the real challenge is that this time the United States says, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me, fool me 3 times, and I shouldn't be president. So they're really holding back on trying to engage with the North Koreans in the way the North Koreans would like to use this moment.
So what needs to happen next?
Well, I don't know what needs to happen next. It's more like what's likely to happen next. I think the North Koreans are going to push very hard to try to put the South Koreans in a space where, although they're really trying to hold on to that relationship with the United States, the offers from North Korea are going to be extremely enticing. And again, this direct visit with Kim by the South Korean officials was a very important piece of that. Then the North Koreans are going to try to shape the international community's view that it's the United States ultimately that's being resistant. And you're already hearing echoes of that from China, from Russia. So there is this groundswell to try to force the United States into dialogue at an earlier phase than the U.S. is actually ready for.
Rodger Baker joining us from Texas. Thanks so much for your observations. Appreciate it.